Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling something I'm sure you've heard a lot about already, AI.
Yeah.
And I know you're probably thinking AI again, give me a break, but hold on, because we're not interested in robots taking over the world.
Right.
We want to look at how it's actually being used out there, like right now in all sorts of fields.
Absolutely. It's easy to get caught up in the future and all that, but
Yeah.
AI is already making a difference.
Okay, so we've been going through some reports on this whole AI thing.
Uh-huh.
And one thing's for sure, nobody's got it all figured out yet. But we did find three big trends. First, how do you train people to work with AI?
Yeah. Good one.
Then there's the whole challenge of actually getting these AI systems up and running. And the big question, of course, is this. How do we make sure AI helps people, not replaces them?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not about AI taking our jobs,
Yeah.
but about figuring out how we can use it to, boost what we're already doing.
I like that. Make us even better. So let's get specific. Healthcare is a big one. We've all heard about how AI is going to revolutionize medicine.
For sure.
But seeing it, it's really something else.
It is like IBM's Watson Health,
Ugh.
It's using AI to analyze all those medical records, the ones that would take us like forever to go through.
Right.
Huge potential there, from better diagnoses to like personalized treatments. He could even help us spot problems before they even start.
Wow. Like having a superpower doctor on your side.
Yeah.
But with all that power, I mean, we are talking about people's health here.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there concerns about how it's used?
Big time. Data security, that's got to be number one. And there's a constant debate about how to protect patient privacy every step of the way. It's a tough one, making sure these tools are used ethically.
Makes sense. Okay, let's switch gears to another field that loves numbers, finance. AI must feel right at home there.
Oh, for sure. Finance is all about looking at data, making decisions. That's what AI is good at. We're already seeing AI chatbots handling customer questions, which lets the humans focus on the really tricky stuff. And behind the scenes, AI is detecting fraud, managing risk, even giving personalized financial advice.
Sounds like a shakeup. But with all that sensitive financial information, security's got to be a major concern.
You bet. Cybersecurity is huge in finance, and companies are pouring money into it. Think multi-factor authentication, encryption, the works, and someone's always trying to stay ahead of the bad guys.
That's reassuring. All right, let's talk. Manufacturing feels like robots have been there for ages, but AI must be taking it to a whole new level.
Definitely. We're talking about a whole new level of efficiency, automation. Just look at Amazon. They're planning to upskill, get this, 300,000 employees in AI by 2025.
300,000, that's not just learning to code, that's transforming a whole workforce. What kind of skills are we talking about here?
It's not just about coding. It's about data analysis, problem solving, critical thinking.
So no matter your job, you need these digital skills now, like learning a whole new language.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, one last field. Education. This one I have a lot of questions about. How does AI actually work in the classroom?
It's exciting. Personalized learning is one of the big ones. Imagine a system that adapts to each student's needs, lessons, feedback, even homework. AI can adjust the difficulty based on how the student's doing.
Wow, like a personal tutor for every kid. But how do we know it works? I mean, sometimes tech is more hype than substance.
Right. Throwing technology at the problem doesn't automatically solve it. That's why so much research is going into these AI learning platforms. Teachers and researchers are working together to make them engaging for students and based on, good teaching methods.
So finding the right balance between the cutting edge tech and what actually works in education.
Exactly.
That makes me wonder, though, if AI is personalizing education, what about students who don't have access to that technology? Doesn't that just make things more unequal?
That's the big question, isn't it? And it's one that everyone's trying to figure out. How do we make sure everyone benefits, not just a lucky few? And it's not just about handing out devices.
Yeah.
It's about digital literacy, teaching people how to use this stuff,
Uh-huh.
training teachers, and making sure these AI systems are designed with equity in mind right from the start.
So it's a big challenge with a lot of different angles.
Definitely.
But it's good to hear that people are at least aware of the potential problems.
Absolutely. Got to be aware.
Okay, so bigger picture now, it seems like this whole humans and AI team up is going to be huge everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the biggest roadblocks you're seeing to actually making that work?
Well, honestly, fear is a big one.
Makes sense?
People worry that AI will take their jobs,
Right.
which is understandable.
Totally. I mean, change is scary, especially with something as potentially, disruptive as AI.
Exactly. Change is scary.
Yeah.
So organizations need to be really upfront about what they're doing with AI.
Okay.
Talk to their employees, explain how it'll be used, and stress that it's about helping people, not pushing them out.
Right. So it's not just about the tech itself. It's about bringing people along and making sure they have the skills to actually use it.
100%. And the tools themselves, they have to be designed with people in mind.
What do you mean by that?
It's not enough to just have some super powerful AI.
Right.
It's got to be easy to use, intuitive, and it has to fit in with how people already work.
Right. If it's a pain to use, nobody will.
Exactly. No one's going to use it if it's a hassle.
Makes sense. It's like any tool.
Exactly.
If it's more trouble than it's worth,
Right. You're going to stick with what you know.
you're going to stick with what works. Yeah.
Exactly.
In our research, we saw some companies doing a great job with this whole AI shift, really putting these ideas into action.
Oh, definitely.
What are some that come to mind?
Well, there's that partnership between IBM and the Mayo Clinic.
Right. I read about that.
They're using AI to look at medical images and, find potential cancers way earlier.
Wow.
Really accurately, too.
That's amazing.
And that's AI boosting human expertise. Right?
Yeah. So the AI isn't replacing doctors. It's like giving them a superpower.
Exactly. It's a tool to make them even better.
I love that. And it's changing how doctors work, right?
It is. They have to learn new things, but it's all to give patients better care.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And it's not just healthcare, right? This is happening everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Tons of industries.
Like what?
Like customer service.
Okay.
A lot of companies are using AI chatbots now for those basic questions.
No way, makes sense.
Frees up the humans for the really complicated stuff.
It's like those chatbots on websites, right?
Mm.
Sometimes you need a real person.
Exactly. Sometimes you need that human touch,
Yeah.
and that's where humans still win. Empathy, emotional intelligence, making a real connection.
AI can't do that.
Not yet, anyway.
Right. It's about playing to our strengths.
Exactly. Using what each side does best.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this whole AI thing so interesting. It's figuring out this partnership between us and AI to, really change things for the better.
It's like we're unlocking all this potential we didn't even know we had.
Exactly. And it's not even just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's how we choose to use it, how we build it into our lives.
Right. It's a choice.
It is a big one.
It feels like we're at this crucial point
Oh, for sure.
where we get to decide what we do with it, what kind of future we build.
Yeah, it's exciting and a little daunting at the same time, right?
It is, but it's empowering too. We're not just along for the ride.
We have a say in this.
We do. It's a huge responsibility.
It is, and it's not just on the tech people or the governments. It's on all of us
That's a good point.
to learn about this stuff, to ask questions, to demand that AI is used for good.
Absolutely. So for everyone listening, now hopefully just as interested in this as we are,
Hopefully.
what's the one big takeaway you want them to remember?
It's really about, the future of AI isn't this us versus them thing with robots. It's about us and AI, like teaming up to make things better.
Right. Working together.
Exactly. We got to be real about the challenges, obviously,
For sure.
but the potential is huge. And the biggest thing is we got to make sure we're the ones in control,
Absolutely. Shaping how it all unfolds.
Exactly.
Love it. Well said. And on that note,
Yeah.
we'll leave everyone with this one last thought to chew on. If AI is, like we've been saying, a reflection of our intelligence, our values,
Mm-hmm.
what does that say about the future we're creating?
Ooh, good one.
Makes you think, right?
It does.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, stay curious, everyone.